Hey y'all, what's up, y'all? This is Rom Wills coming back at you again with yet another car video. I have no idea what I'm gonna call this joint. That's not the title though. I just really don't. This everybody probably just put a ramble thing on here. Yeah, but anyway, I got several things on my mind today. Several things I just want to get off, not off my chest, but talk about. Well, first of all, I want to thank all of my supporters. I want to thank all of my supporters. Got me to 35,000 subs, which is incredible since I never asked for the subs. And, most of my materials only really cater towards a small segment of the population. So to have 35,000 subs is incredible. And I got a few women, or it's mostly men, but a few women, but probably 95% men. So, that in itself is incredible. That's real incredible. So I'm just like, yeah. That's really incredible. So it's I just want to thank all of y'all, thank all the support that y'all shown me on different things. Oops, accident. Well, I got the accident early today. Man, people trifling. Let me turn on my air. Yeah. Now, check it out. I also want to thank my detractors. Yeah, my detractors. Because, people come back to me and say, yo, man, he talking greasy about you. All that. People calling my name. And, y'all notice I don't really say anything or just let it go. One, the wolf don't really care about the opinions of sheep. And two, those same sheep are putting money in my pocket. They advertising for me. So thank you to my detractors too. Because every single time somebody put my name in a video or even say something that points to me in a video, it's like more money, man. It's like damn. More supporters, more money. Shoot. Like this story, I've told this story several times because it illustrates the point, and people have seen or experienced similar stories. And I talked about this social group I was in, and had this like serious player, and this new young lady came into the social group, and everybody, male and female, told this young lady, say, yeah, leave this dude alone, he'll play, he'll womanizer, all of that. And all it did was cause her to go find him. Every time somebody put my name or something, it's going to be like three people. People who are going to hear it. People who already support me. People who don't support me don't like me anyway, which is cool. As an aside, fellas, men or women, don't go through life thinking everybody's supposed to like you. Only obligation they really have to you is not to put their hands on you. And if they do, you have a legal right to kill them. So, as long as they don't do that, so I don't worry about that. But then, so you got the first group, they support you anyway, so they ain't really listening to any detractor. People don't like you, so yeah, detractor, yeah, you get them, wrong. Get that wrong way, I hate him, yeah. But then you got the third group, don't know anybody, and say, hey, let me find out about Rom Wills. And that's where I get new people at, so thank you. But, yeah, speaking of supporters, though, I had somebody hit me up on Instagram this morning. Incidentally, my Instagram thing has grown like crazy. And people who want to get a bit of a snippet of my life, check out my Instagram. Check out my Instagram. So somebody hit me up and they say they were talking about the imprint. And I've always talked about the imprint, and of course you had detractors about that, and until I pointed out that some European had talked about the imprint too. They just use a different term called love maps. Y'all see how that works? Just saying. Anyway, as they say, the white man's ice is colder. So anyway, so this dude, he hit me back. He said, man, that's some powerful information on the imprint, because he did what was smart to do. Right? Yeah, now I had to break. I was about to be the accident. did something that I always tell people to do. I always say, don't take what I say at face value. Go explore. Once you hear from it, go explore. I'm not afraid for somebody to go check out anything I'm saying. Go out there in the streets and handle that. Let me pull to the side. Y'all could have kept going. He going this different way. That was just the fire engine. But like, go out and check it out. So what this young man did, and he's in the Netherlands. Shout yourself out if you'd like to in the comments, brother. He said he actually talked with some women. He went out and saw the information for himself. He was like, oh, okay. And that's all somebody really had to do with anything. Just check it out. You know, I don't expect you to take it at face value. I don't take shit at face value. You tell me something, I don't incorporate it into. Okay. Oops, I ain't pulled to the side. I don't take anything. Somebody tell me something, I'm like, okay, let me go check it out. I don't be walking around talking about, oh yeah, because this person said. I'm like, oh, let me try that. Let me try that first. I always like, even when somebody like might tell me an exercise program or anything, I say, okay, let me try that. I'll get back with you. You know? And that's one thing. You know, that really, well, yeah, it is tooting my own horn. In 20 years putting out all this info, I've yet to have somebody say that they've tried the information and it don't work. Notice I say tried information. I've had people who've been presented with the information and they say it don't work, but they haven't applied it. They have not applied it. Or they haven't applied it personally. What it always is they always say, oh, no, that ain't gonna work because I seen this and this. They'll hear it, but I'll say, did you actually apply it? Like, did you personally experience it? Because let me put my academic hat on so far, or well, this ain't a kufi, but you know what I mean. It's something called experiential research. That's my word to trip over today. Sometimes I'll trip over the word handkerchief, so don't get happy over it. But experiential research, that means you're not just researching it, but you actually involved. That's like that comes under the realm of qualitative research. I've said that several times, where a sociologist or anthropologist or ethnographer will go into maybe a subculture, culture, community or something, actually live there, or actually, if they got some type of experiment or something, actually get involved in the experience. They will experience it directly. They're not observing it, they experiencing it. And that's actually the best way. That's something anybody can do. It's like, okay, Ron talks about the body game. It really is the foundation. Let me try this. On my private sites, I'll talk about reading women. Actually, which ironically is probably my best thing. The body game is just a foundation. That's what I give you. I don't give my codes for reading women and stuff because too many people steal shit out here and don't like to give you credit. Now that's something. If somebody started like using my codes for that, that's when I'm calling an attorney or just writing a letter myself. And it's the best way really to evaluate anything you get. I mean, that's one thing. It's like, there's nothing wrong with getting knowledge from somebody. Nothing wrong with it. You should. Everybody's getting knowledge. But go try it. It's a simple thing. See, a lot of people hear shit but don't try it because they start off like, oh, that ain't won't work. I'm like, how do you know personally? Not like somebody told you. Because most of the stuff, I say 97% of stuff I tell you, I've either experienced it or witnessed it. Like, I remember when I was talking about, like, no-touch orgasms, which, now I've talked about that. That's one of the first things I talked about when I got in this YouTube space. But in the meantime, there's been several dudes who learned to do it for themselves. Several dudes who follow me. In fact, I was at a retreat. A retreat I was at in Atlanta. We had several people they were being trained to do that. So it's, if I'm talking about something, I experienced it or witnessed it, I witnessed it. There's very few things that I haven't witnessed that I'll talk about. Very few things. And usually the only time I'll do that is if there's considerable research on it. And even then I take it with a grain of salt, but that's the only time I might talk. That's when I'll use research and other stats if I haven't seen it before. And then try to gather something from that. But the research has to be from somebody reputable. It can't just be somebody like on here saying something. It got to be like something where they have trained people and they can evaluate the information and then give something. And even then, I'll use like I'll try to use several sources. Like getting back to that body game thing, there's a lot of studies out there that talk about how women go crazy over the body. Several studies. Several. Beyond anecdotal evidence. So, if I talk about something, it's there. So anyway, yeah. That's pretty much it. I ain't had much this morning. This is gonna be an interesting week for me. Y'all hear about it on Wednesday, why this will be an interesting week for me. So anyway, that's all I got for today. I'll talk to you later. Peace and blessings.